Hello friends, now we are enter into the part of theorem of angle between tangent and secant. It is also popularly known as tangent secant theorem. In case of tangent secant theorem, statement, diagram and proof all are somehow elongated. So step by step please try to understand, and the part is first statement. If an angle has its vertex on a circle, I repeat, if an angle has its vertex on a circle, its one side touches the circle, if its one side touches the circle and the other intersect the circle in one or more points, then the measure of the angle is half of the measure of its intercepted arc. No doubt this statement is quite longer over here, so I am going to explain each and every step in terms of diagram. Again it contains three cases, case 1, case 2, case 3. When angle is more than 90 degree, when angle is less than 90 degree, and third, when angle is exactly 90 degree. Now we are over here. As per this description, we know that there is a circle, there is a tangent and there is a secant. As it contains tangent as well as secant, this theorem is popularly known as tangent secant theorem. Now here I am going to draw first three diagram. At the same time I am going to write given and then proof. So diagram, given and to prove I am going to write in the first stage, and after that I am going to erase, and case 1, case 2, case 3 I am going to write step by step. So please from continuation have a part, and before explaining that content I am going to clear, before this theorem you just draw a diagram on your paper so that step by step you can understand the part. Hello friends, continuation with the last part in terms of statement. Now I have drawn three diagram in front of you, first diagram, second diagram, third diagram. In all the three diagram there are some content which is common, means M is the center of a circle and you can say EBC is a line, tangent line which touches the circle at point B. Again M is the center of a circle and EBC is tangent, touches the circle at point B. And in third case M is the center of a circle and EBC is tangent to the circle. Here again point of contact is B, means this is a common part which is available in case number 1, case number 2, case number 3. Now why this case get generated? So the part is angle are of three type. First, angle may be acute angle, means less than 90 degree. Angle may be obtuse angle, maybe more than 90 degree. And third, angle may be exactly 90 degree. And based on that part, on the linear diagram, they have divided it. Hello friends, I have already given a declaration in front of you, but what is that declaration means? Let me clear. In the first case, we are going to join a part M with B or B with M and extend it over here. No doubt, definitely it is act as a diameter. So here I am going to draw one line which is joining B and M, that is nothing but radius of your circle. Extend it above part over here, and as this line touches the circle in two different points, first point, second point. So it is nothing but secant, and EBC is tangent. That's why this theorem is called as tangent secant theorem. Here I am going to indicate this point A. No doubt, logically you already know that MB is a radius and BC is a tangent. So angle between them is 90 degree. And in this angle between tangent and secant, there is an arc intercepted, and I am going to indicate this arc AB. Just additional one point I am taking it as a D over here. Additional point I am going to take it D over here. Now this is the case 1 when we go to solve it. In case 2, content or concept remains same. Just M is the center of a circle, and as this is a radius tangent angle, I am going to reduce it. Naturally it becomes acute angle. So your secant in second case will be probably like this. And again this secant touches your circle over here. I am going to indicate this point as A over here. Again we have to describe about this arc AB, but some may be confused about arc AB or maybe over here. So again I am going to indicate this point over here on this arc D, so that I can call this arc as ADB. Naturally it is less than 90, and again we have to solve one part in terms of proof. And in third case we are going to take less than 90 is over, exactly 90 we have taken. Now we are going for more than 90, means M is a center over here, and from B we have a secant over here indicating this part A over here. And no doubt we have to describe about this arc. So again I am going to take point D somewhere over here. Addition to this D, I am also going to take one more point over here, and the name of this point is F. So in this way we are going to complete the part. This is called as a case 1. So remember, I am going to take it as a case 1 or case study 1. This part will become as case 2 over here, and this part will be act as a case 3. Remember student, after this part I am going to write a given as well as to prove, but during part when I am going to take case 1, case 2, case 3, I am going to erase all the part in front of you and going to take separately case 1, separately case 2, separately case 3, so that it can fit properly in a board. Now as we have drawn case 1, case 2, case 3, but for all the 3 cases, given and to prove remain same. So I am going to write a combined given for it, and the part is, in every circle M is the center of a circle and EBC is the tangent. According to that I am going to start the part. So first part is nothing but given. So the part is starting, M is the center of a circle. M is center of circle. Next, EBC is a line tangent to a circle. Line, I am just called EC or BC, so I am using the word line BC is tangent to circle. And it is tangent to a circle at point B. So I am going to write line BC is tangent to a circle at point B. Now as per your diagram, AB, AB, AB is nothing but secant over here. So I am going to write AB is secant of circle. Means we have given both the part, declaration of tangent, declaration of secant. So that's why this theorem is called as tangent secant theorem. Next, angle ABC, angle ABC, angle ABC. Angle form on circumference of circle. Angle ABC is an angle on circumference. And now in every angle ABC, in every angle ABC, every angle ABC, arc ADB, arc ADB, arc ADB is intercepted arc. So I am going to write arc ADB is intercepted arc. And in this way we have described a part of a given. Now in each and every case the next part is nothing but to prove. So the part is to prove. Now what to prove over here? As per their condition, intersected in a circle in one or more point, then it measures of the angle is, means measure of this angle is, measure of this angle is formed by tangent and secant is half of the measure of its intercepted arc. Means you can say this angle ABC, or you can say this angle ABC, or this angle ABC is half of the intercepted arc, half of the intercepted arc, half of the intercepted arc. Means angle ABC, or you can say major angle ABC is half of the intercepted arc. Here intercepted arc is ADB. So this become major arc ADB. And now student, remember, in case 1 as well as case 2 as well as case 3, our proof as well as given, both part remain same. And now we are going to start one by one, case 1, case 2, case 3. And in that case, I am going to erase all the part. Be careful for that. So you can write diagrams on your notebook and continue with the lecture. Now student, please pay attention to this diagram and the part is, now we are in case number 1. Now what is exactly happened? M is the center of a circle, AB is one segment, EBC is a tangent over here, and special case is that M is the center of a circle which lies on AB or secant AB. So your part is starting from that part. M is center of circle. M is center of a circle and AB is a diameter, but I am writing it A dash M dash B, means AB is a straight line and M is over here, and A dash M dash B means M is on a straight line of AB. M is a point on a line AB. Now second part, you know that MB is a radius and BC is a tangent. Naturally angle MBC is 90 degree. So I am going to write in modified part. Here one by one, MB is a radius and BC is a tangent, means angle MBC is 90 degree, or also you can write angle ABC as a 90 degree. Writing that part over here. Here MB is radius and BC is tangent. Therefore, angle MBC is equal to 90 degree. I am going to call it as radius tangent angle. Now, you can say MBC as a 90 or angle ABC as a 90. Therefore, angle MBC, which is equal to angle ABC, is equal to 90 degree, and I am going to give it as equation number 1. Now here you are able to get angle ABC as a 90 over here. I am just going to indicate in a symbolic structure. Now remember, AB is a diameter. Naturally major arc ADC is nothing but arc or semicircle arc. So here, as AB is diameter, therefore major arc ADB, is semicircle. If major arc ADB is semicircle arc, naturally this arc having a value that is 180 degree. So you can have major arc ADB is equal to 180 degree, and I am going to call this equation as equation 2. Now equation 1 is with you, equation 2 is with you. So the part is, with equation 1 and 2 you can observe 90 and 180. So you can say, if I am going to make half of 180, that become 90. Half of 180 become 90. So now please pay attention, this step very important. I have used the word like half of 180, that become 90 degree. Now this is very crystal clear for you. But what is meant by 90 degree? 90 degree means angle ABC. So 90 degree means angle ABC and half of 180. What is meant by 180 degree? Major arc ADB. So I am writing major arc ADB, and this part we have written with the support of equation 1 and 2. So in a reason I am going to write from equation 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2, and in this way you can complete your case 1, or you can say part 1. Now friends, we are going to take a part over here, case 2. As we have previously discussed, in case of a given diagram and to prove, here the structure is, M is the center of a circle, EBC is a tangent and AB is a secant. Now in this case, again we have to prove that angle ABC is half of major arc ADC, But now this diagram contains construction. Why? Here one by one we are going to introduce the part. here we cannot prove directly over here. So additional part that we are going to do construction. In that case, we are going to join radius MB and radius MA. And in that case, we have to move for the forward part. Now here we have drawn one construction. Why? Let me clear one by one. First, radius MA and radius MB is drawn, and again our target remains same. Angle ABC is half of ADB. For additional support, I have drawn the same diagram without circle over here so that both the way you can understand the part. Now some additional part taken into consideration. MA is a radius, MB is a radius, MA is a radius, MB is a radius. Naturally MA equal to MB, or we can say triangle MAB become isosceles triangle. Now as this triangle is isosceles, this side MA equal to this side MB. These two sides are congruent because radius. And now if these two sides are congruent, then their opposite angles must be congruent. And we are indicating it by X and X over here. Remember, we have taken as MAB equal to MBA and indicating it as XX. Part number 1. Part 2. We know that MB is a radius, BC is a tangent. MB is a radius, BC is a tangent. So your angle MBC is nothing but 90 degree. Now we are going to consider angle ABC, this angle, as Y. This total angle we are going to consider as a Y. Just for clear brief, again I am going to draw the same part over here. Here your angle become X. Here your angle become X. Next your additional angle that become Y over here. Now we are going to describe about first triangle. After triangle we are going to write X plus Y. This angle is a 90 degree and we are going to prove the next part. Now recently we have completed a construction and the part is. So M is the center of a circle and angle ABC. Angle does not lies over here, means angle ABC is exterior starting from that part, and then about triangle, next about XX and last XY in this way. So the part is case 2 part 1 and the part is M is center of circle and angle ABC is such that M is exterior. So for angle ABC, point M is exterior. Now the part is, first of all we are going to discuss about triangle MAB. Therefore in triangle AMB, so the part is radius MA equal to radius MB, or you can say segment MA is congruent to segment MB. Reason become radius of same circle. Next, segment MA is congruent to MB, radius of same circle. Naturally triangle MAB. Therefore triangle MAB is isosceles triangle. As triangle MAB become isosceles triangle, I am going to indicate that angle MAB equal to MBA. Angle MAB which is equal to MBA. I am going to assume it as X and I am going to say means we assume it as X and I am going to call this portion as equation number 1. Now this is the declaration about first part, that is nothing but triangle over here. In this case, a part addition to that, we know that in triangle MAB, addition of all the angles of triangle is 180 degree. Means angle MAB plus MBA plus this AMB is 180 degree. Means X plus X you can say 2X. X plus X you can say 2X plus this angle AMB is equal to 180 degree, and that part I am directly writing over here. So the part is from triangle MAB, here the part is 2x plus angle AMB or major angle AMB is equal to 180 degree. Now instead of this, I am going to call this part as equation number 1. Now this is the first part and you are getting an equation 2x plus major angle AMB is equal to 180 degree. Now we know that MB is a radius and BC is a tangent. MB is a radius, BC is a tangent. Then angle MBC must be 90 degree. Or you can say from diagram x plus y must be 90 degree. So I am going to write it the part. So second part over here, MB is a radius. Next, BC is a tangent. Therefore, angle MBC is 90 degree by radius tangent property. If MBC is 90 degree, according to that part, MBC is 90 means x plus y is 90 degree. So I am going to write next equation, that is x plus y is equal to 90 degree. Now just for more simplification in detail, I am going to multiply this equation by 2. Now x become 2x, y become 2y and 90 become 180. So this equation in modified form become 2x plus 2y is equal to 180 degree, and that is nothing but equation 2 for me. Now I am going to compare equation 1 with equation 2. and the part is, if 180 equal to 180, then we can say that 2x plus 2y is equal to 2x plus major angle AMB. 2x plus major angle AMB. And the part is, we have comparing equation 1 and 2, or you can say from 1 and 2. 2x plus 2y, as 180 equal to 180, I am writing 2x plus 2y is equal to 2x plus angle AMB. 2x plus 2y is equal to 2x plus major angle AMB. 2x plus major angle AMB. Now we are almost in the last stage. First 2x and 2x get cancelled over here. This 2x from LHS and 2x from RHS get cancelled. Now it becomes 2y is equal to major angle AMB, and this is a turning point over here. I am just writing y is equal to, this 2 goes to that side, divide by, so it becomes 1 upon 2, and the value of major angle AMB. And the part is, what is the meaning of y? Now please pay attention, it is the most important step. What is the meaning of y and what is the meaning of major angle AMB? That I am going to clear it over here. Y, this y is nothing but over here. Y is ABC. Y is angle ABC. And next, angle AMB. Value of central angle. Value of central angle is nothing but value of arc. Means instead of angle AMB, I am going to replace it by arc ADB. So the first part, replacing of y. So your final answer, this y is nothing but angle ABC. Major angle ABC is equal to half of, and major angle AMB, central angle, is nothing but arc ADB. So major arc ADB. And in this way, you are going to complete entire part of a proof. No doubt, this is the final answer. So I am going to make a box it. Now, first and second part I have completed. Third part is given in your textbook in the form of fill in the blanks. Observe it and complete it. Hello friends, continuation with the part over here. Now, there is one also alternative statement given to tangent secant theorem. How it is described? Let me clear over here. Definitely it is available on your page number 76 and the part is alternative statement for tangent secant. They have also given alternative statement for tangent secant, and the statement is angle between a tangent of a circle and a chord drawn from the point of contact is congruent to the angle inscribed in the arc opposite to the arc intercepted by that angle. Now what does this statement means? I am going to draw once again for you first circle, second circle, and in the third circle I am going to write the conclusion of first and second circle diagram. Now student, let us say I have drawn three circles in front of you. So that we can understand the meaning of this statement. And the part is, recently we have completed tangent secant theorem. Here I have drawn a tangent BC which touches the circle at B. There is AB which is a secant, and center is somewhere over here. We are not interested in a center. So we know that angle ABC is half of ADB. So I am going to write the first part or the first conclusion. Measure angle ABC is equal to half of major arc ADB. This is our first conclusion. So remember, as per the diagram, angle ABC means which angle? This angle. This angle ABC is half of major arc ADB. Now, from the reference of same diagram, because all three circles are congruent circle over here, we have taken angle ABC. Now, I am going to take another point over here. What is that? Again my arc ADB of previous part remain as it is. But I have drawn two chord, one chord, two chord. And I am going to call this point as T over here. Now I am going to call this point T over here. Now for chord AT and BT, T is the point formed on circumference of circle, and ADB is intercepted arc in angle ATB. Again we have one part that we have completed in previous. By intercepted arc property, measure angle ATB is equal to half of arc ADB, half of major arc ADB. Now, in this case also we have discussed about half of major arc ADB. In this case also we have discussed half of major arc ADB. Naturally, half of major arc ADB equal to half of major arc ADB. Naturally, angle ABC must be congruent to ATB. And now I am going to draw it on a combined diagram and going to explain it. Now student, conclusion from 1 and 2. We know that angle ABC is half of ADB. With the same congruent circle, angle ATB is half of arc ADB by intercepted arc. Now combination of these two diagrams that I have drawn over here. Again my arc ADB is remain same. In the first case, AB is a secant and BC is a tangent. Next, AT is a chord and BT is another chord. Naturally, angle ABC is half of ADB, half of arc ADB. In second category, angle ATB by intercepted arc property, angle ATB is half of arc ADB, half of arc ADB. From 1 and 2 we have a conclusion. Therefore angle ABC is equal to angle ADB. Or you can say major angle ABC is equal to major angle ATB. Major angle ABC is equal to major angle ATB. And remember, this conclusion we are using in some numerical which is of D type of level. Hello friends, now we are in converse of theorem of angle between tangent and secant. Means whatever theorem we have completed, we are observing its converse. Statement is, a line is drawn from one end point. A line is drawn from one end point of a chord of a circle, and if the angle between the chord and the line is half of the measure of arc intercepted by that angle, then that line is tangent to a circle. It is nothing but a statement in terms of converse for your converse theorem for angle between tangent and secant. For this part, I am going to draw one circle and just going to give an explanation as proof is not included in your syllabus. Now for this part, step by step I am going to clear the pattern over here. First, let us say I have drawn center of a circle with O. Now I have drawn one chord as per a statement over here. I am going to call this chord as chord PQ. Next, remember it, I am going to draw a line. I am not going to say that it is a tangent. I am going to say that I have drawn one line which passes through the same point Q or touches to the same point Q, and I am going to indicate this tangent as, this line as QR over here. Now in this case, just for indication, I am going to take one point S over here. And remember, first we have drawn one chord PQ. Where Q touches the circle, we have drawn another line QR over here. Now what does this statement says? If PQR is half of PSR, so I am writing, if angle PQR, you can say major angle PQR is half of angle PSQ, half of major arc PSQ. I repeat, if angle PQR means this angle is half of major arc PSQ, in that case QR is called as tangent of a circle, and that is that, and then line is tangent to a circle is the meaning. Means you can say QR, in this case QR is tangent to a circle. So then QR is tangent to circle. You can say tangent to a circle, or at point Q it is a tangent, and this is the meaning of the converse. It indicates that if in a numerical they have given PQR with some value, let us say 40 degree, and in same numerical they have given arc value of measurement PSQ is 80, means double of that. Naturally you can say half of 80 means 40, then in that case you can directly use QR is tangent to a circle at point Q. हेलो फ्रेंड्स एंड माय डियर स्टूडेंट, अगर आप हमारे वीडियोस देख रहे हो और आपको ये वीडियोस पसंद आते हो तो आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और नीचे दिए हुए बेल आइकन को क्लिक करना ना भूलें। साथ में अपने फ्रेंड्स और ग्रुप इसमें भी आप ये वीडियो शेयर कीजिए ताकि नॉलेज ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चों तक पहुँचे। अलग अलग टॉपिक के साथ मैं आपको मिलता रहूँगा। मैं आपका एसवी सर आगे आने वाले वीडियोज़ को बनाता रहूँगा और आप तक पहुँचाता रहूँगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच।